Boom, 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 boom. What up, ladies and gentlemen? So, I want to talk about something that I saw on an Instagram advertisement. Mark, why are you doing this to me, bro? Choose the ads. You are sending me the wrong ads, Mark. So it was like it was a rage bait kind of ad for me because I have like a week or something. It's been a week. I kind of slipped up, relapsed, so to speak, on corn and all that bullshit, and I'm like a little bit, like effed up mentally. I'm trying like to get myself back together and all that stuff. And it was something like in the guy, I think, who had, I didn't like, I just read it like this, like I said, I rage bait because like it was like such a big like BS kind of thing. And then I moved on. I was like, and then I didn't sleep until like 4 o'clock, and like I'm like with five hours of sleep right now. And it was something like in the realm of the guy who did the advertisement. I think like might be like a new therapist or something like that, or like even like those type of like of therapists who like appear like on the internet, and instead like of helping, they move people into a very 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 wrong direction. And it was like something like that's why you have like a lot of people like sitting like in the therapist chair like for years and years and years, and they are like, oh yeah, it has helped me a lot. Yeah, it has helped me a lot. Like I do therapy like 10 years. Okay, but 10 years, like, isn't it supposed like to be like, boom, get out, live your life. Now you solved all your problems, right? But no, because why? Because half of them, they don't know how to heal a human soul. Because as I said like in other videos, it is like the problem is spiritual. It is in a soul level. And if you are not spiritual by yourself as a therapist, then you cannot like treat somebody else. You know what I mean? Like you can read all your Jung and all your Freud and all these whatever, like are all these guys, right? All you want. But when you touch a human soul, you have to be like a shaman in order to heal them. You cannot just be like, oh, like I read somewhere, like on one of the pages of Freud, and you have like to do this, and you know what? Because I'm sick and tired of you. I'm going like to propose to you a new therapy with a couple of pills, and then the next thing that you know, you're like, you pop a pill and you're like, where am I? I'm in the space right now. Hi, hi. And then I found this beautiful quote, the beautiful scene. It appeared. It's like life. First, like it destroy. It kind of like rage baits you, and then it kind of like eases you into the pain. You know what I mean? So the ad was like something in the realm of, stop romanticizing the choices that you didn't make in your life, and now that you are like here, that you are like in a difficult situation, it is all your fault, and you should take like responsibility for that. I mean, you should take responsibility for that. And even if you had taken the decisions that you think that would have made your life better, I have to translate. Then it means that you no. You see, I lost it. Then it means that even if you had taken the decisions that you think would have made your life what you wanted it to be, you will still have faced challenges in that parallel universe, right? But this so-called therapist, like right now, I feel like I'm like these guys like in the UFC who say like, brother, who gave this guy a belt? And I'm like, brother, who gave this guy a license to heal, a license to, you see how effed up society is. You see, you might go like to somebody and he can like literally F you up instead of helping you, and he's supposed to be a doctor, right? A doctor for the soul. Now, what this douchebag failed to realize, it is that complex trauma runs on a subconscious level, meaning that you might, not you might, shit happens, right? Life happens. Now that life that happened to you, right, prepared you as a child. You became an adult who now, even if he wants to make the right choices that his intuition says, he or she is so effed up from the childhood, right, from the trauma right here, that runs on a subconscious level, that he or she cannot make, right? It is like saying an overweight person to do sprints. Can he or she? No. Right? Because of all that, even though he wants or she wants, right, to sprint fast, like Usain Bolt, something like that, right? Okay, even if they were like slim, or like they couldn't like sprint so fast, but you know what I mean, like sprint. So there is a subconscious self-sabotage that happens unwillingly by the individual, right? Let's say that I have like somebody in the chair, right, and he's like so effed up. What am I going like to tell him? Am I going like to tell him like, well, your victim story, right? It sounds like a drama, but the choices that you think, because he's aware, right, or she is aware that the choices that he did, like right now, effed him up, and he knew it, and he knew that he could have made way better choices, right? But because he was so effed up and he couldn't do that, right? He had the intelligence to be aware that the choices that he made were running from a subconscious virus, so to speak, right? From a virus that was running in a subconscious deep level, and was self-sabotaging him or her, right? Now what happens is, as a therapist, instead like of telling him, oh, stop romanticizing that you might have did whatever you might have done, right, and start accepting that you are a total failure or a total bum or a total bitch, whatever, like you are right here, right? Start accepting. That's what the therapist will tell you. Start accepting and live your life as an idiot that you are, and keep living, and just accept, and keep living as an idiot. But the right therapist will tell you, okay, buddy, first of all, the fact that you are aware that something is fucking you up and you cannot make the right choices, you do not feel free, you do not feel abandoned, is a huge problem, right? And something is happening to you. It's like a virus that is running in subconscious level, right? And these things might have happened when you were like a child, when you were formatting yourself, right? And that's why you do those self-sabotaging things that you do right now. And what we can do, what I can do as a therapist, so to speak, I'm not a therapist, right? I don't have a license to heal. Unlike these guys that have a license to kill, right? But, and that's what the character of Robin Williams said in the Good Will Hunting, in that scene that I loved. It was like from God. It was like a present, right? Will was a genius janitor who was always like self-sabotaging his career and his relationship and all that. And they put a therapist, but he was like an exceptional therapist. He wasn't like all the other dipshit idiots. And he told him, like, he realized that shit happened to him during his childhood, right? And in that particular scene, if you watch like the movie, it's a very beautiful movie. Matt Damon, Ben Affleck, right? Robin Williams, and he says like to Matt Damon, to the character, the janitor, Will, it's not your fault. Like, and the character in the beginning, he's like, yeah, I know, because he knew, right? On a logical level, he knew, he was aware. He repeated, it's not your fault. Yeah, man. It's not your fault. It's not your fault. It's not your fault. It was like the exact same thing. That's why I love Kendrick, right? When I took the mushrooms, right? And it was like his voice. He was saying me, feel it, the N word. Feel it. And he, feel it, ninja. I will say ninja, right? So people do not like go crazy on me. Feel it, ninja. Feel it, ninja. Feel it, ninja. Feel it, ninja. Ooh, and boom! I started like crying for hours. And one of the songs in Constantino 3 was playing right before I even wrote lyrics and all that stuff. I think it was like I Love Alexandria or something like that. It was just the beat, and the character of Robin, he would tell him like, it's not your fault, right? It's not your fault. It's not your fault. Up until Matt Damon broke, you know what I mean? He broke like in tears and all that stuff. He was like the tough kid, you know, the street tough kid and all that, and he broke. But the fact that Robin Williams, the character of Robin Williams, could help Will was because he felt pain. He experienced pain because like he lost his wife, I think due to cancer or something like that. So the guy had like a lot of pain, right, inside of him, and the pain of Will with the pain of the therapist, you know, like it's the same at the end of it. The pain of someone else with your pain, even if there will be like different situations, it is in a way at its core level the pain is pain. You know what I mean? Pain is pain. And he was able like to help him because he was telling him that, man, like, realize it. It's not your fault. Like, you were a child. You were helpless. It's not your fault. Whatever happened to you, right? It's not your fault. And now you are choosing all these self-sabotage choices. You are destroying your potential. right? Because of what happened to you when you were a kid. But it's not your fault, man. It's not your fault. It's not your fault. Like, realize it. Realize it. Don't just be, oh, accept your, man. Like, I can't believe how people like who go just by the book. They go, they read, oh, I studied Freud, I studied Jung, oh my god. So you should accept your responsibilities. What is the book saying? So you should accept your responsibilities. Man, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Like, seriously, we are talking about like human souls. We are talking like about human suffering right here, right? So what people should realize, those who have that fucking trauma, and it's not everybody, man. It's not everybody. It happens. Shit happens, right? But what you should realize is that it's not your fault, man. It's not your fault. Shit happens, and you are in the middle of it, right? You might have like, I don't know, like you might have like even parents, man, like who loved you, right? But they had their own issues, and boom, they fucked you up. Shit happens. What can you do? But it's not your fault, right? It's not your fault. Nobody wants to fuck up his life or her life, right? Nobody wants to go and self-destruct. Oh, accept your self-destruction. It was your choice. Like, you have that judgmental attitude from the whole fucking society. Then you go like, maybe you have like a judgmental parent, or maybe like the other parent is still judgmental, but because like you explain to them, right? The other is like, I don't even want to hear, whatever, right? The society, fuck the society, because they are who they are. And then you are like, okay, man, I am going like to get a couple of money right here, those like counterfeits, right? And I'm going like to fucking give you. How much do you charge like for an hour? Okay, you charge, I don't know, like $50, $100 here, motherfucker. Now listen like to me. And instead of this guy, like, or that guy, whoever like gave these people license to kill, right? Instead like of telling you like the real thing, they are like way more judgmental than all these other idiots. And you have to even pay them, right? Because they have a couple of letters like in right here behind that say that he paid like $200,000, right, to get like a fucking diploma or whatever the fuck like he got or she got. And they will be like, oh yeah, but you know what, but it is your fault, and you have like to take accountability and responsibility for whatever you do, right, in this life, right? Instead like of going like in the core of the problem and start like to poke it a little bit till it opens up, till the wound opens up, and then throwing a little bit of magic dust, healing potion, magic potion in there. But you know what? The more I see all those types of patterns or whatever they are in this life, the more I realize that most of humans suck. Most of humans are NPCs. And you know what, man? You are over pedestalizing humans, right? Because most of them, they will never like be so deep into life. They will never be so deep into human understanding. They will never be so deep into healing. They will never be so deep. They will just be surface level people, NPCs. And the best that you have to do, like, for yourself is to take responsibility for what? For healing yourself. That's what is your responsibility. Your responsibility is to start loving yourself, and since you are aware of the core problem, right? To start being more loving with that trauma right there that is running, you know what I mean? And to start acknowledging it more and more and more, and to start loving that child in you and helping that child in you, and stop listening to all these idiots, to all these stupid fucks, right? Be free and happy. And I wish to all of you to stop caring about idiots and whatever they are. Idiots with diplomas, idiots without diplomas, idiots, they are everywhere. Fuck them. That's it. Peace and love. It's not your fault.